Folks, what's coming up for Happy for a Change? Before I get Bad Guru in here, before Bad Guru takes over the show, I just want to let you know, in case you missed it, what's upcoming for Happy for a Change in 2021. We are going to be engaging with my principal, the Making Millionaire Principle, and we have 4 projects in 2021 that we're going to be engaged in. The first project is a debate, has to do with debates. I want to encourage conversation between opposing parties, okay? Whether it's in politics, between the right and the left, the conservatives and the liberals, whether it's on specific topics, whether it's, Medicare for all or global warming or whatever, like just get people on opposing sides to sit down and have long form conversations to hash things out. Because if we stop communicating, if we live a world where we stop communicating, right? We shut people down on Twitter, on Facebook, we shut down the other side. We don't want to hear that we call them Nazis and terrible people. We're just never going to communicate. We're all going to break down. Okay. I don't know if you think this. I don't know if you think the war is going well, but war, we always lose. So I want to create a project using the Making Millionaire Principle where we incentivize people to come together and sit at a table. Imagine this. You have 2 opposing forces. Let's say it's Ben Shapiro and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know if you know these people. Let's say it's Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. I don't know. Two opposing people, right? And you incentivize them. You say, here's $5 million. Right? We get 5 million people together. They give $1, right? 1 million people together, you get $5. Here's $5 million. You guys sit down at the table and you talk for 3 hours plus. And we actually hear out both sides of a conversation. We get to hear the way you talk. We get to hear how you deal with somebody who disagrees with you. We get to truly understand something beyond 2-minute clips on the news or 3-minute chunks in a presidential debate. Okay, I want to foster conversation, and we can do that with the power of making millionaires. Making millionaires. We can get enough people together to generate enough cash so that we can incentivize people to communicate. I want to force people together in a room, and I want somebody. Can you imagine the person who says, "No, I'm not going to talk to Ben Shapiro, and I'm not going to take that." $2.5 million. I'm not even going to give it to charity. Can you imagine a person who's not so unwilling to talk that they're willing to deny millions of dollars to people that could help, right? I think we're going to be able to force people in order to get them into a room and have long form conversations, or at the very least expose them for the partisans that they are. So I want to engage with that. That's one of the ideas. Another idea is right now I'm calling alternative, and it's to provide an alternative to different platforms, right? You might be upset with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or whatever is going on. If we don't have alternatives to companies, products, services, platforms, if we don't have alternatives to them, then they have a monopoly and they can control us and do whatever they want. Okay, I don't care what side of the political spectrum you land on. It's not good to have monopolies that are unchecked. Okay, so we want to check that by providing competition. Now, one of the ways to get competition is instead of waiting for someone to develop a competitor and then to come to market and then try to convince us in order to participate with them, like you want to create a new YouTube, right? And so you say, oh, okay, I'm going to build a YouTube, then I'm going to present it to the world. And then you got to do the whole work of marketing, getting enough people to come on board. It's very difficult. But what if there is 5 million, 10 million of us who sign up and say, hey, we're waiting for a new YouTube. And the first day that you give us this, we're going to jump on board. Now you have entrepreneurial people who want to create an alternative to YouTube, who don't have to wonder if they can get people on board. There's a built-in audience for them. There's a built-in client. The market is already defined. They don't have to go through that. They'll be able to get funding. They'll be able to do whatever they need in order to get this done, because there's a list of people who already say, hey, there's millions of us. We want an alternative and we promise to use this alternative. Right? Can you imagine what kind of things would be created if we demonstrate the market first and then the entrepreneur creates the product, right? We shout out to the world what we want first in unison, and then somebody goes out there, a group of people go out there and create that for us. We can create alternatives to all the things that we want. We'll make the YouTube, Twitters, Facebook better if they have a competitor. We'll make them better if they have a competitor. They'll be more in tune with what their clients want, with what the people want, and what's good for the people, as opposed to a profit. Solely a profit incentive. Profit, what's the word I'm looking for? Profit seeking, right? Instead of being just profit seeking. Alternative to. Third is for science. We can use the Making Millionaire Principle for science, right? I want scientists to investigate certain things that they don't seem very interested in investigating. All right. I want them to investigate things that they don't seem very interested in investigating. So they're always looking for funding. They have to get it from government. They have to get it from corporations. They have to get it from respectable institutions. And so they might not want to investigate aliens. Right? But we can incentivize them. We could say, here's $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. Here's the research. Go investigate aliens. Put to end this question, okay? Put to end this question. Investigate this. I don't care if you want to go investigate flat Earth, okay? Let's get a few $1 million together, and then we encourage flat earthers. We put them in a spaceship and send them to space. We take the most high-profile flat earthers. We put them in a rocket ship. Elon Musk can take them to space. And then they can see for themselves if it's flat, and then we can put an end to that conversation. Scientists are not out there trying to investigate how to convince flat earthers that the earth ain't flat. They don't care. But we got these dum-dums who are out there really mucking things up. And if you can believe that, you can believe anything. So we can use the power of making millionaires in order to incentivize people to get ways for science to have alternative funding so that we can get other things questioned. You know, wouldn't you want to know if reincarnation is real? Okay, or if ghosts exist? I know. Let's investigate it. Why not? Just apply the scientific method. Why not? Who cares? What do you care? All right. And then lastly, and I'll be talking more about this at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm going to be doing a separate live broadcast for this. It's the idea that I've engaged right now. It's already launched. The mission is already out there. The challenge is already put forward to you. Black money matters. And that's where we use the power, the making millionaire principle in order to make black millionaires. All right. Why should we make black millionaires? How will that even help? Come on. If you got to ask that question, you're not really thinking too hard. All right. But making black millionaires, one, you give sort of hope to the black community. You can start living in a world where black people can become millionaires. That's a good thought to have. Two, you can feel a little bit better about if you care about black people. You can help. People went out. 20 million people went out to protest. If you're one of these people who cared about the death of George Floyd and who cared about Black Lives Matter and that whole sort of movement, you want to do something about it. Here's something you can do about it. It can cost as little as $5 in order to do something about this. You can make black millionaires, right? Can you imagine somebody gets shot in Minnesota? And then we make a millionaire in Minnesota, and we respond to that hate with love and compassion. Okay, I want to be a part of that. And then 3, you kind of create an avenue for wealth to be generated in the black community, right? We embolden entrepreneurs. We make people who will create jobs in their communities, right? Who will fail or succeed, who will generate wealth for their communities, right? We start funneling money. I know it's not billions of dollars, but we can start funneling millions of dollars into black communities so that those black people who live there can help the people who are around them. There's all kinds of ways that we can do this. I'll be talking more about this at 8 p.m. tonight. So if you want to tune in, I'm going to be talking to a bunch of, I'm doing a direct pitch to a bunch of celebrities. I have the names of the celebrities right here. I'm basically just going to do a pitch. I'm going to the camera. I'm going to talk to a bunch of celebrities. I'm going to pitch my idea of Black Money Matters. So if you want to hear my idea pitched to the following people, you want to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Kanye West, Ben Shapiro, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jimmy Dore, Joe Rogan, Brett Weinstein, Crystal Ball and Sagar and Jetty, Brianna Joy Gray, Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson, Oprah, Andrew Yang, Dave Chappelle, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Louis C.K., MKBHD, and my mom. So we'll be talking about that tonight. You're going to be hearing me pitch my idea of making black millionaires to these people. And I'm pretty nervous about it. Never done anything like this before. But why the hell not? Why the hell not? All right, so that's what's coming up for Happy for Change 2021. If you want to participate in that, join the Happy Audience at facebook.com/Happy for a Change. Just join the Happy for a Change Facebook group. That's right there, the Happy for a Change audience. Join the Happy for a Audience. Join the Happy Audience. It's free. You can join today. It's free. It only costs a little bit of your soul. But are you really using it? Facebook.com/Happy for a Change. Join the Happy for a Change audience. The Happy Audience awaits you. It's free. It only costs a little bit of your soul, but it's free. You're not really using it, so are you? And hit the little bell so that you get notified when I go live. And make sure that if you're interested in what's going on, if you're entertained, if you want this to be bigger, better, and longer, and forever, subscribe to me over on patreon.com, patreon.com/Happy for a Change with just $5 or $1, $5 or $1, $5 a month. And you can help make this a permanent and glorious fixture to your life.